week you're going to learn how the queens move. So Sung, can you explain to us what do you do with your queens?
Well, some say this piece, it's the most powerful piece on the board. And that's true besides the king, because the king owns the game. This piece has the power to move any square it wants. In a diagonal shape, like a bishop, or side to side and up and down, like a rook.
Very good. Queen is indeed very, very powerful piece. You could see that all the other pieces are more restricted than the queen. For example, the rook can only move side to side or up and down. Bishops only move diagonal. But the queen can move both as the bishop and the rook, which makes the queen a very, very powerful piece indeed. Now let's put the queen right here in the middle of the board. You can see that this queen can move along this diagonal to any of those squares, along this diagonal to any and each one of those squares. This queen could also move up and down, left and right. And how do queens capture?
Well, it captures like a rook and a bishop. Anything that's in its path, the queen will take, if you choose it to.
Can the queen also jump like the knight?
That's the only bad thing about a queen. It can't move as a knight. A knight is a very unique piece.
That's right. The knight is the only piece on the board that can jump in an L shape. And because this is something that only the knight can do and the queen cannot do, the queen and the knights cooperate very, very well. Okay, so let's put a couple of pawns on the board. And we'll put one more right here. Will it be possible for this queen to capture this pawn if it's white to move?
Yes, it can.
Okay. So with white to move, white could definitely take that pawn. How about this other pawn?
Yep, it can also take that because it's in a diagonal form.
Okay. And finally, would it be possible for the queen from this position to go and capture this pawn on b5?
Now if you look, the pawn is in an L shape away from the queen. So no, it would have to take 2 moves to take the pawn.
That's right. So in 2 moves, this queen would be able to capture the pawn. First move would be to attack the pawn, and with a second move, the queen would take the pawn. But would it be possible for white to play 2 moves, one after another?
No, you need to wait for your opponent to play.
That's right. Well, in chess, you always alternate. You play the move, then black plays the move, then again white plays the move, and then black plays the move, and that's how the move goes. Can you skip a move and just pass the turn to your opponent?
No, that would not help you or the opponent to finish the game.
That can't be done. And at the beginning of the game, who moves first, black or white?
Always white.
Always white. And in a nutshell, this is how the queens move.